What's up, Inkie peeps? It's Adele from Inkie Quill, and today I'm cracking open this new Project Life call kit that I didn't need, but of course I got it because it was crepe paper, Maggie Holmes, it was pretty, and I caved. I haven't bought a call kit for a long time, but if you're like me, you've probably got one or two or millions hanging around in your stash. So I thought today I'll show you a couple of ways to get more out of your call kits. Something that drives me nuts about the call kits, there's two things. The first is the repetition of cards, and the second is the rounded corners. Now I'm pretty sure Becky Higgins, who's the creator of Project Life, did a post not too long ago saying that they were moving to square corners, I think, or did I dream that? I'm pretty sure she did, which is great because people have corner rounders and it just kind of includes everyone that way. I'm all about the inclusion. Plus, rounder corners just drive me nuts. I started off with my early albums rounding the corners of everything. On my YouTube channel on Inkie Quill, there's some flip throughs of my original 2013 album. I think it's called Inkie Time Travel, so have a look at that if you're wondering. But right now I use mainly square corners, and I keep this little container on the top of my Raskog trolley, and it has a combination, well look, the ones that I pull out, rounded, but it has a combination of round and straight. A lot of them are either papers that I have cut down, or they might be, let me find, here are some older Studio Calico ones with rounded corners. They might be leftover ones from Citrus Twist. These I think are some Mambi, there might be some Mambi ones. I put whatever, like leftover Kit Club cards that I don't use, I put them in here, and it's just easy to grab. Now I have so many Project Life core kits, it's not funny. I have pretty much every one that's not brown or green. Almost everyone. Actually no, there's a lot I don't have actually. I have a lot of the older ones like Happy and Sunshine, some of the older ones, but I just couldn't resist with this. So my plan is I am actually going to split this up and not keep all of the cards because there's just way too, how many are there? Let's have a look. 616. Now unless you are only putting like 1 or 2 photos per giant pocket page, there's no way this is going to take only a year to use up. Like, it's just ridiculous. So I'm going to go through them now and sort them into, I think I might make 3 piles, 1 for me to keep and then 2 to de-stash later on. I do want to put together, I don't know if I'd do it on my Etsy store, which doesn't really have a lot on there, guys, or on my own website. I want to put together some little like mini kits of cards so that if you're starting Project Life, you've got something to start from. Now if you've never seen a call kit before, I'm just going to really quickly show you. You get 4x6 cards, which you don't get as many of. You may only get like 2 or 3. How many do you get? The first ones you don't. Now they suggest where to put some of the cards for your first and final pages. Love that. See, that's annoying. So that's a pretty one, but there's only one of it because it's meant to be the intro page. So the intro ones only have 1, and then the normal, let's get to a normal card. Yeah, the normal ones have 2 large 4x6s, and it used to be like 8 or something ridiculous of these. Maybe it still is. Rip them open. But today I thought I'd show you, we're going to make maybe some embellishments, and I'm going to show you how to tweak the cards. See, there's 8 ballerinas. I do not need 8 ballerinas. 2 of each. That would be the max, I would say. So I'm going to go through, put these into piles, and then I will be back and we'll get making. Alrighty, I've just fiddled around with the video settings. So I hope this is a bit clearer, because I've noticed the colours in my video have gone a bit muted. But I've gone through the core kit and I've decided to keep these 4x6s. So I'm just going to keep and use as is. I'm going to keep these 3x4s, and I'm also going to keep these ones, but I'm going to Frankenstein these ones. And I also pulled out these 3, which I thought would be perfect for Archie's baby album. So, because we call him Archie Bear, and that just looks like his profile, his little giant head. So I'm going to put those aside for his baby album. Now, first of all, the easiest thing to do to turn these into a straight-edged one would be simply just to trim it a little bit and pop it onto another piece of paper. So I'm just going to quickly do that one for you. Let's see, which one should we do? How about this one? Gather Memories. Maybe the girl. I might do 2 of them. Yes. Oh, actually, let's do this one, because it's got a plain background, so it's good because you can jazz it up a little bit by putting it on a patterned background. Now, to make life easier, I've just picked up my Gather 6x6 paper pad, and what I'm going to do is grab my paper trimmer and choose a paper. Now, I have Frankensteined this paper pad a little bit, so it is a bit tricky to find pieces that are not hacked at. Oh, that could go well with the typewriter. Right, I'm going to, and it's actually a full page of paper. So I'm going to cut it at 4 and 3. Right, so I'm going to do that one with that one. And then got these ones. Now the pink swans, I've always had trouble with the swans. It's like, I just don't know. I have trouble using some animals. Like, there was the whole thing about the zebras for a long time, and giraffes, and yeah, I have trouble with swans. So I'm going to cheat and kind of use it as a, like, you won't be able to tell what it is. I'm going to do that one for that one. And then this girl, I think that's a bit too busy. That's not a full page, that's too yellow. No. Oh, that one could look good. Just have a quick flip through. Oh, that one could be cool as well. Actually, do you know what? I might do this one, and I'll pair it also with some tissue paper. So if I do, cut off this part first. So if you're doing this, just be aware that kind of take in mind which way the patterns go, so that you actually cut it properly. So did I want that part? I'm going to say that and completely jinx myself and stuff it up. No, I want that side, so I cut it this way and this way. And this is a fun activity to do on the couch. I'm all about the couch activities at the moment. It's just nice when you can take something and not feel overwhelmed in your whole craft space. Yeah, I'm enjoying some couch activities at the moment. You don't have to use a 6x6 paper pad that coordinates, of course. Go through your scrap box. I have lost my scrap box. It's the one thing that I can't, well, not the one thing, there's about 5 items, I guarantee they're all in the same place, which I can't find for my craft room. And I don't know where they are. And it's driving me a little batty. So for this one, I'm kind of just going to wing it, and I actually want to take off a bit more than I usually would. So I'm taking off, what's that, I don't do inches. It's not quite half an inch. It's a little bit less than half an inch. No, it's not. It's a little bit less than a quarter of an inch. There we go. That's right. We don't do inches here in Australia, so I have to change it again. I'm going to stuff this up. Watch me stuff this up. Yeah, we do centimetres, so the only time I do inches is when I'm doing something scrappy. I'm just guessing this. There we go. Let's just guess. Yeah, that looks about right. You've just got to, sometimes guys, you've just got to look past the, I'm going to keep those 2 bits. You got to look past the perfection and go for the getting it done. So that's going to look really cute. All right, I'm going to pop that one to the side. This one, I'm kind of just going to slither off the, this one wasn't straight in the middle. It's a bit annoying. Should I make it? Oh, I've gone too far now. You can tell that they're swans. Whoopsies. I can solve that problem. It's all good. You might be able to tell a few swans, but it'll be all right. And then this one, I'm going to do the simplest thing of all, which is just to take a slither from each side and try to have an even border around. Now I also am going to make some little embellishments and tags and things, but I thought I'd start with the basics, start with the easiest ones. My ATG is still not retaped, and I'm on fast pace today because Archie's at my parents getting looked after, so I need to make. Now you could, if you wanted to, raise that up on craft foam, but I'm just going to go straight down flat and it's done. You could do anything you wanted. You could add a doodly border. Let's do a little doodly border around here. And I know some people might think it's a waste of doubling up 2 bits of card on top of each other, but honestly, if it's getting these cards actually used and out of my stash, it's not a waste at all. I might actually zoom you in now. Zoom. And I've scraped nail polish up here by accident. So I'm going to pop, come on Mr. Glue, don't explode. I think I'm going to put 2 little hearts just to cover up my mistakes, but it also gives it a little bit of texture. So that one's done, and then I can just put that in my little stash and grab it next time I need it. Next up, we're going to do this one. I'm going to pull out, I'm going to see if a doily might work. I do have a light pink. These are from Doodlebug, but I don't know if they still make them. I did get them quite a while ago. So I could do it like that, or I could layer 2 doilies. That's a bit cute. I do like that. And then I'm going to be even lazier, if that's possible, and I'm going to staple cut off the side. Voila, we are done. Need some Hardy Shine though. Shake, shake, shake. Whoa! Sorry, Mr. Bunny. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your Hardy Shine. Shake your Hardy Shine. Alrighty. can see that is just so easy. It looks like you've done a lot of effort because you've got different layers. I find that layers just, I'm going to put a big blob on that swan's face. There we go. He's not looking at me anymore. By doing like little layers behind your things, it just makes it look like you've done more effort than you actually have. So there's the super easy one. This one, let's grab some tissue paper. I think I'm going to go with that pretty turquoise. Oh, that's a pathetic little bit of tissue paper, isn't it? I do have more turquoise somewhere. Oh, here it is. There we go. And I might as well keep that out because I'm going to use that in a little moment. So this, I set you a challenge, peeps. Choose a core kit that is just sitting, gathering dust on your shelf. Choose out maybe pick like 20 cards or 15. Go 15 cards. Pick out 15 cards that you like but are bored by, and see what you can come up with, what you can make from them. Because honestly, these little ones that I made, did I make them in October or September? I think it could have been September. These have been so helpful. I've still got, I think, about maybe 7 or so left, but they've been very, very helpful for quick scrapping, and it's just so satisfying to to finish like this tiny little canvas of Project Life card and tweak it and change it and do something to it. That when it's all done and you've finished the editing, I call it, editing the little pocket card, you feel like you've completed a whole freaking layout. And if you can do 10 of them in one sitting, oh boy. Are you like me? Do you get like a bit of a euphoria from completing scrapbooking and craft projects? Because it's lame but true with me. If I finish a layout, especially one that is, maybe I've used products that I'm a bit apprehensive about, or if it's something that's just been sitting in my stash for ages and I finally used it, or it's a half-finished project that I've actually done, I literally squeal for delight. Aaron's gotten used to it by now, but as lame as it is, it does make me feel very happy. For this one, I'm also going to pop it on some craft foam, and just to give it a little definition from the background. Sorry about the double-sided taping. Oh, there we go. We're meant to get a thunderstorm today, so I'm hoping it waits until this afternoon when I don't have to record voiceovers. Because the last thunderstorm I was in, we got a lot of hail and I got hailed on. Car was okay, thank goodness. But I do love a good thunderstorm. Actually, scrapping by thunderstorm would be a favourite way to scrap for me. What's your perfect scrapbooking conditions? For me, it's a sunny day that's not too hot but has good lighting, and probably in the afternoon, like I've said before, probably around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or late at night with a hot cup of tea and a thunderstorm. Depends if I'm filming or not. If I'm filming, then I don't want a thunderstorm. But if I'm not filming, then bring it on. Alright, this one I feel like I want a bit of a dashed line. So I'm just going to go round and do that. Dash, dash, dash. Dash, 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 dash. If you're looking for some pens to use in your scrapping, I talk about these ones a lot. I just find it really good because you get so many different thicknesses. You get all sorts of different thicknesses. This is the thickest one, and it's handy when you want to do something thick. You don't have to colour it over and over and over again. I feel like writing a word there. I might write hello. Why? Who knows? Those generic words are good because you can use it for anything. Whereas if I wrote something like well done or not this again or road trip, it does limit you a little bit more. Does it need some Heidi shine? Of course it needs some Heidi shine. When do things not need Heidi shine? That's my question. Just a little bit on her head. There we go. There we go. All right. So there we go. We have made 3 little cards. So I've got this one. We have this one and this one. So they were super quick, super easy to make, and you can just whack them in your stash nearby and reach for them as soon as you can. So I'm going to pop those to the side, and then we're going to get a bit more adventurous. Now I probably won't do all of these, but I wanted to show you a couple of things. The first one was this card. So quite often with the core kits is they put the front and back, not always, but a lot of the time they do coordinate quite well. So this one, what I'm going to do is the first thing I'm going to do is cut off the straight bits. I'm going to cut off the curved bits, and you can see, oh, I moved it. Let's see, did that work? Okay, it did work. You can see that I actually only did the sides, but it's left me with a straight piece, but this piece is now too skinny. So what I'm going to do is go through and get this little piece. Now I've got to be careful here. I want to use remember this. How much space, how much extra card do I need? I don't think I'll have enough there, actually. Let's go for this, yeah, let's go for this one instead. So I'm basically going to use this just like patterned paper. And I'm going to make this. Now I could cut it, whoops, not 4. I could cut it 3 wide, but then I wouldn't be able to use this part. So I'm cheating, cutting a slither, and then tape. I'm grabbing some double-sided tape. Which way does this go? I'm going to put it that way. I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the background. This really is Frankensteining now, where we're chopping and changing and keep. That's why I think it's a good idea just to limit yourself to like 15 cards or so. Now I've put this on the 3-inch mark. If I had a cutting mat, it would be a lot easier. And I'm just going to line up where the edge of my card should go, stick that down. So that is now 3 inches wide with straight corners. And then I love this little you and me, so I'm going to stick that over the top and keep it rounded because it gives a nice little design feature. As silly as that sounds, it kind of draws your eye with all of the curves of the leaf. It kind of draws your eye to it, and you can use the grid to help you line up your bit. Keep this, we might use it for another card, and that one's done. So we've transformed 3 cards, basically, parts of 3 cards, and turned it into one. You could put a photo there, you could put journaling there, totally up to you. So there's another one down. Next up, what other ones did I grab? Now, sometimes you might just like the sentiment. The thing that drives me, this is another thing that drives me nuts about the Cool Kits. There are so many horizontal 3x4s. I don't know many people that use horizontal 3x4s a lot. You might have occasional pages, so that annoys me a little bit. You can, with the 9x12 system that I use, there is a page protector that has 3x3 inch squares, so it's a great opportunity to use up some of these, but otherwise they just sit around gathering dust. So what you can do is you can use your punches. I'm going to have to get to trim off a little bit so I can get higher. You can use your punches to create your own embellishments. So there's that, and then if you wanted to jazz it up a little bit, all you need a couple of little hearts or wood veneer or stickers, anything cute and little. I'll put another one there. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, my fingers are all gluey today and I've barely even started. And then I might put a little red heart too. And then a doodly border. Where's my pen? Let's go with 3. Circle doodly borders are hard, but the good thing about doing them doodly is that it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. That one's a bit too thick, but it's okay. And then if you wanted to get even more creative, grab a tiny word sticker. Love you so, me and you. Boom! A little embellishment, all done. And it's another card out of your stash and actually into your stuff. There's that one. And then if you wanted to do something like this, now this is another one of those horizontal 3x4 cards that annoys me. So I'm going to use the sentiment for one thing, like so, and then I'm going to very lightly fussy cut around this delicious floral. It's absolutely, this is one of my favorite colors, this color, and I'm actually going to kind of make it look like it wasn't square, or wasn't in the corner, sorry, to start off with. There we go. Now this, I could also, if I wanted to, will it fit? Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Might just get it, might not. Yes! That gives you a heart for something else. And then I could punch tiny little things, but we need to throw out some scraps. So I've got a little bit here. I'm going to grab, let's see. I kind of did this very haphazardly. No. Other ones we've got. It's a sideways one. Sideways. 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 You can see I'm trying to use up the sideways ones. No. Oh, I want to do something with that. Might do this one. Now, sometimes with these horizontal 3x4 cards, if there's just a word going sideways, you can, and a grid, not lines, you can easily get away with using it as a 3x4 card. So I'm going to use this one and pop this beautiful floral. My battery just cut out, but I think I'm going to just stick it down flat just because it's a little bit of a tricky design to raise up all of those edges. Alrighty, I'm going to do that, and then I want to get rid of these. I should use my paper trimmer, but ain't nobody got time for that. Honestly, like I think I've said this in a previous video, my nan used to always say a man riding by on a horse wouldn't be able to, oh, there's a very noisy truck outside. A man riding by on a horse wouldn't be able to see it. So do not get caught up with the perfection of getting everything perfect. Your kids, your grandkids, they're not going to care that you cut something a little bit wonky. Then it's not going to matter. What is going to matter is that you've saved the photos, you've captured the memories, you've written down your journaling. That's the stuff that's going to matter. So stick and plonk, guys. Stick and plonk. So now I'm going to do that same thing with my trimmer because I don't know where a ruler is. I'm going to line up the little scrap of paper on 3. I've got tape on the back here, and I'm just lining up so that it makes 3 centimeters. And then I've accidentally put my tape too far over, so just grab some washi. I know this is a pretty one, but honestly guys, I'm not finishing any rolls of washi anytime soon. And I think I'm gonna call, no, it needs something here. What tiny words have we got? Remember this day. How about anything is possible? Nice and generic. And also what I like to do with these little like finishing touches is if you layer them over a few of the different layers. Does that make sense? If you stick them over the few layers, it kind of brings them all together. So rather than sticking it here, I'm actually going to stick it here so that this sticker covers that paper, this paper, and the floral all together. And I might even do it a little staple just to echo the staples up here. And I'm going to call that one done. So there's another card finished. I want to do something with this. Now, I love these letters, but of course, I'm not going to use this. I think it's wider than 3. I was thinking of cutting it, but no, it's wider than 3 inches across. So I'm going to go off-road and cut it out myself and kind of move the letters a little bit closer to one another. So you could change this just to be love if you wanted to, or keep it as love you. Totally up to you. Like I said, man riding by on a horse wouldn't see it. Cut the letters the best you can. If they're a bit wonky, it's all good. Snip, 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 snip. I love letters. I know I've said that before, but I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna cut in here, I think. Because if I try to cut in those gaps in the E's, there's going to be it's going to be a slither. I absolutely love lettering. If you are also a letter lover and you follow any particular Instagrams that do really nice brush lettering, please do let me know, because I'm mesmerized by it. I could watch people write brush words or different typography all day long. This is also a great activity to do with those 12 by 12 cut apart sheets if you'd like me in a few months' time, so that you have a bit of a space. If you'd like me to kind of do a challenge where you grab a 12 by 12 cut apart, maybe, yeah, I think one 12 by 12 cut apart, and then maybe like 3 coordinating papers. They could be 6 by 6 actually if you wanted to. And no, go 12 by 12. So if I get one 12 by 12 cut apart, 3 coordinating papers, and then see how many like pocket page cards or embellishments I could make from that, please let me know, because I want to do that. That sounds fun. That sounds very fun. Here's that little piece that we cut off before, so I'm going to snip the rounded bit off of that, and then I think I might just grab some white cardstock. Let's go with white cardstock. I'm going to cut this into a 3 by 4 because I have a lot of white cardstock and I can afford to lose a little bit of it by covering it up. I might even, or let's get a bit adventurous here, okay. Oh, let's see if this works. Whoopsies. It's all good. Alright, I'm going to grab this rose quartz dilution spray and a little bit of water. Oh, my water's almost run out and I'm too lazy to go fill it up. Oh, there we go. I'm going to put a little bit of water down, do 1 spray of that, which always, it's not like it is on the bottle. It's a lot more purpley and I always forget that. I'm actually going to mix, I'm going to mix a bit of worn lipstick in there too. There we go. And then soak up some of that colour just to make it a little bit softer. I'm going to do my water dribbly technique, which there's not much to dribble on, and it's going to be covered up, Adele, so don't really know the point of that, but it's all good. It's done now. I'm going to wait a minute and then mop it up. I also want to take this little opportunity. I've had a lot of new patrons join in the last month, so welcome if you're new. I post, if you scroll right back to the start, I post videos every 5 days, so on the 1st, 5th, 10th, 15th, 20th, 25th and 30th, and your printables come out now on the 15th of the month. And if you've got any questions or anything, hit me up in a Patreon message and I can always answer them for you. I'm just going to pause this and dry this and I'll be back. Alright, it's all nice and dry. I'm going to stick this bit down here. But yeah, so I just want to say a big thank you, and oh, maybe I want that side. Oh yeah, I'm going to do the floral side. Sorry. Distracted. Yes, a big thank you to all the new peeps that have joined over here, and also a big thank you to the OGs, the originals that have been here from the start. Honestly guys, your support this year has just blown my mind. I have been thinking last year, before I was preggers and before before all of that, I was considering leaving teaching to try and do Inkie Quill full time, but I was too nervous, I was too scared, and now having Archie, not that I don't have a choice, but it's a lot easier to take that leap, and so honestly your support has just made me giddy with happiness some days. I have had a rough, just going to get a bit of washi for here. I have had a pretty rough last couple of months. I've been quite down and just feeling a bit bleh. And I was a bit worried about like kind of like postnatal depression type stuff, but I think it was just situational with all the things we've had going on. But even though I don't always have a chance to comment back to every comment or message that I receive, just know that I do read them all, and they really do brighten up my day, especially when I'm having a not so great day, because I'm only human and some days are better than others. Today's a good day, so that's good. I'm going to stick that down. I'm going to regret this. I hate the feeling of the tacky glue on my fingers. I hate it. It's horrible. So I was considering raising this up on foam, but then nah. I do have little foam, like adhesive strips somewhere, and I have a stash of adhesive foam that a subscriber sent to me, but there is one box that's missing. I guarantee it's in our wardrobe, our extra wardrobe, which has all our winter stuff. I guarantee it's in there, or Archie's wardrobe, and kind of hidden away. I'm actually going to do this to tie in that blue, because I feel like that blue is quite, I don't know, it's kind of standing out to me, and not for the best reasons. I just kind of feel like it doesn't go. So I'm going to put this up on foam, because that's way easier. So, cut a little bit of foam. I hope you don't mind a nice long chatty kind of a little bit DIY embellishment video. I do love to do these videos for you guys. I love to watch these type of videos, which is why I think I like to do them, because it does, if I watch other people doing long kind of just chatty making videos, I feel like I'm scrapping with a friend instead of just sitting by myself. I'm actually going to do a little skinny doodly border, but I'm only going to do maybe this top part, maybe. Oh, do I now regret the doodly border? You're in too deep, Adele. Keep going. Do you guys ever do that? Do you start something and then go, oh, I shouldn't have done that? Oh, no, it's all right. It's okay. I like the little scribbles. I don't know why. It just gives it a bit more dimension. And then let's hardy shine it. It hasn't got, oh, let's put a heart. Let's just go all out on this card, because I'm feeling like it's asking for it. And let's do a little blue heart. Here we go. Okay, and just a teeny bit of hardy shine. Teeny little bit of hardy shine. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, you can never ever just have a teeny bit of hardy shine. It's not physically possible. It is maybe if you stop doing the hardy shine, but alright, that one is a true Frankenstein of a card, but it is done. And then I think I might do one more. There was one that I wanted to put into a tag. Oh, and I want to do something for here too. Which one did I want for the tag? Oh, I wanted to do something with that too. I can't remember. It could be that one. No, it's this one. So if you have a card like this, now I don't use 4x6 filler cards quite a lot. The page protectors with the 9x12 system, it's hard to get the 4x6. There's only one layout that has 4x6s, and it only has 2 compared to 5 3x4s. So the 4x6 spots are kind of like precious, and so it's often tricky to use them. So a lot of the time I end up using these as like sticking 2 pictures on, which is terrible. So I'm going to cut this one into a tag shape, and instead of going into my stash and actually getting a tag, like a tag die, but I do have a tag die, somewhere. I'm actually just going to use a tag that's already done, because remember, man riding by on a horse wouldn't be able to tell. And I'm going to do my best, because that's all we need to do, and make myself a very easy tag. Now, where has my hole punch gone? Temporarily misplaced my hole punch, so we're here with the big mama, the crocodile. And just going to punch a hole. Now the problem is I was going to put a reinforcer thing around, but because it is a smaller hole, I can't do so, but that's all right. It's all good. Whoops. Alrighty, so I'm going to just put some twine, because you know I can't I can't leave it untwined. And ooh, okay, change of plans. Change of plans. Oh, this is morphing into something I didn't see coming. Let's just go with it and embrace the randomness. So I'm doing my little ruffling. So all I do is I put a strip of double-sided paper, double-sided sticky tape, and then concertina fold some tissue paper. And I really like the delicateness that this gives, but it also just makes it a bit interesting. I wish I'd done it down slightly, but it's too late. It's too late for regrets. So I'm going to stick this on. This is also a great project to do if you are catching up with Netflix, or watching a giant stash of TV shows or a movie. This is a tiny little strip that was off one of the first cards that we made, and I'm going to use it kind of in place of like washi. I'm just going to stick it there, and then actually let's put it in the middle. Yeah, let's do it in the middle, and then let's doodly border around the heart. You can't go wrong with a heart shape. It goes with basically every occasion. Christmas, hearts, love, family. Birthdays, hearts, love, family. Like it just works. It just I can always make a heart work. Let's go. I have these little puffy hearts from, I don't know, could be, no, it's not Freckled Fawn, I don't think. It could be Illustrated Faith, maybe? I don't know. They're nice puffy hearts though. And now where to put the third one? I think I'm going to put it there so that it actually stands out a little bit. And nope. Just looking for a little, like a little something. These are some Reset Girl stickers, and I think I might do from the heart and oh so good. And I might just do a tiny little fishtail to this one, just so that it's not the same as the other one. Freaking love these little stickers. Yes. And I know Corey is a patron of mine. So if you're watching, Corey, freaking love these. And there's many in the little sticker sheet to go. Right. I'm going to, I think it does need something to kind of bring it all together. And I think because I did a doodly border for there, I'm going to just do a dashed one. This is going to be an epic video. Do you know my problem, guys? So this is the first video I'm filming for the day. I have an Inkie work day today, so I have about maybe 5 hours without Archie, 6 hours maybe. And I always start with the most complicated long ones, and it drives me nuts. I purposely try to start with the quick ones, and then this happens, and I'm filming for an hour, which is fine, but I would love to start with a quick one so that I can be like, yeah, achieve videos, filming, so good. And I can like have some motivation, but it never happens. All right, I think I'm going to, just let me check if there was anything different I was going to do. Let's see. I'm going to do one more, just one more. So if you have these, this is another one that I don't use, the vertical 4x6. I just don't use it. I find it very tricky to use. So I'm actually going to be lazy and use another card to cut out a 3x4, and then I love this, remember this, but I want to do kind of like what we did for this one and just have it off the side, but you can see it's kind of blending in a little bit too much. So you could do a couple of things. You could get a doily, which I think is what I might do. If you don't have these tiny little ones, the bigger ones can also work. Actually, I think I might need a bigger one. Or do I like it like that? Let me have a look at a bigger one. I really want to buy, so I get a lot of questions about my doilies. I get them off the white ones that everybody loves. I get them off Amazon. They're called Cambridge, the design. Only problem is you have to buy 1,000 of them, which is a lot of doilies. No, I think that one's too big. I'm going to go with a little one. So if you want some, try and find some fellow scrapaholics, some fellow scrappy peeps that you could maybe go. Honestly, I think 200 is a good number to have. If you're doily obsessed. If you're not doily obsessed and just like to use them occasionally, try and find 10 friends and split them up. I have kept my 1,000 because I do go through them quite a lot, and I am planning a little project that I'm looking to sell. Which once it's up and running, you guys will know first over here. Won't be until probably mid next year. But yeah, I'm working on a little, maybe a little something. But I could do with 800 extra doilies. But they are beautiful, the patterns. This is a doodlebug one though. I'm going to stick this off the side. Oh no, I was going to do something different. Can I peel it up? Can I go? Can I go? Can I go? Go, 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 go. Rip down a bit of the doily. Go, 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 go. Ah. Okay, we can save this. We can save it. Just put some more tape on. I was going to put it on craft foam to show how you can raise it up. Alright. Lucky I caught it early before I really smooshed it down. This video is going to be quite long, very long. Can you please do me a favour, peeps? I think I'm going to put a request on a post requesting some video ideas to film for you, because I really do want to make Patreon more personalized for you guys and a bit more intimate. I know that sounds stupid, but a bit more personal, a bit more what you guys really want to see, want tips on, want to challenge me at, and then leave YouTube, my free content, for kind of the predictable, like every week there'll probably be a Project Life video, a layout video, a Project Life video, a layout video, whereas I want this to be a bit more different and show the trickier things or the more involved stuff over here. Now let's have a look at this again. I might actually add one of these because, like I said last time, by overlapping it onto the doily, it kind of makes everything look like it's meant to be together. And I also might use, let's see, I might use this little one behind. It's very subtle, but it just gives it a tiny bit of that colour and it kind of ties it all in together. Doodly border or not doodly border? That is the question. I think I'm going to doodly border just this part. Oh, I went over the sticker. Oh, I guess I'm going over the sticker now. And I'm going to leave it. If I ever do any of these bits that come in at the side, I really like to leave the side that's hanging off not doodled on. I just think it makes it a really nice little bit. So I'm going to zoom out and lay out all the things that we made, and yeah, show you what everything looks like together. Alrighty, they're all done. Now this took me a while because I was talking and gas bagging, but if you get into a rhythm, and I find that it's easy as well to make the same type of cards, like 5 of them at a time. So you could do 5 where you just trim it and stick it on another piece of paper. Then you could make 5 where you cut a smaller piece and layer something behind. Then that's similar type of thing. Then you could do 5 tags. Then you could do 5 where you have this little piece coming in from the side. It's a lot easier that way. That's a little top tip, but because I was trying to show you lots of different things, it took a little bit longer. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Keep an eye out for that post asking for your video ideas. I do write them down if someone suggests something, or printable ideas if you'd like anything in particular. And I will see you all very, very soon. This should be a December video if I'm organizing myself correctly. If it's after Christmas, I hope you have a lovely Christmas. Oh, I just realized that Christmas Day is a Patreon video day. What should I do? What would you like me to do? Oh, okay, this is a question. Okay, Adele, editing Adele, you have to put this at the start of December. Let me know what type of special you would like to see on Christmas. Would you like me to do a Christmas like mini album, or would you like me to do some Christmas embellishments or a layout, or what? Let me know and I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye.